Hey everyone, great to see you here. Today we have an exciting project ahead of us. We will be setting up the biggest tank I have in my fish room. Fish you can see here need a new home, so we will create great looking planted tank just for them. It needs to be wild, healthy, vibrant, but also really easy to make and very easy to maintain. So let's do it. As always, I will keep this video short and straight to the point. Let's start from the tank itself. It's an Aqua EL Glossy 120 and I just love it. It's 120 by 40 by 63 centimeters. So it's quite long and really tall, which is great for the angelfish I plan to keep in here. That tank sits on top of a really nice cabinet that was also included in this set. I will spare you the recordings of how I built it. It's not what you came here to see. One last thing about the tank is that it has a very unique look because of those frames around it. If I'm honest, I wasn't sure about that part, but it looks great in real life. Much better than you can see on the video. It really is an amazing looking set. But let's move on and start our build. First thing I will do is attach this background. It's quite unusual for me to use background like this one, but I think it will fit into the entire build very well. And if I don't like it, I can always change it. But so far, I have to say it looks really cool. Now let's move to the next part, Hardscape. I have those huge, amazing looking pieces of driftwood that I would like to use. I carefully selected them to resemble tree trunks. Last time I used them separately, but this time I'm thinking of combining them into one big tree. Something like this. Yes, I can see a lot of potential in here, so let's move it into the tank. It wasn't easy, but check it out. I think it looks just great. It is quite big, so I will not include any more hardscape, because I don't want to take too much space from my fish. But anyway, I think we are up to the great start. Now let's focus on the substrate. Because this will be planted tank, I want to use aqua soil. But this time we will do something quite unique. I will not place this aqua soil directly in my tank, but I will fill those media bags with it. I'm doing that because my plants obviously need some nutrient source. But covering entire bottom of this tank with aqua soil doesn't really make sense. With those media bags, plants will still be able to reach this soil through those small holes without spilling it all over the tank. With those bags, I can place aqua soil only in places that I know will be planted, so there is very little waste. So this is how it looks for now. It's very functional, but they are really disgusting to look at, so let's hide them now. To cap those soil bags, I will use this darker type of sand. Fish in general like darker colors, plus it looks very natural and should fit into the rest of the build very well. It took some time, but after a while I was able to hide all those bags and cover entire bottom of this tank. It's simple, true, but it looks really good. And remember that despite looking as just sand, this is a perfect environment for the plants to grow because of those media bags underneath. Now before moving on to planting, I want to do some testing. Because I will be using potted plants, I can just place them temporarily in the places that I think they will look the best. This way I can be much more confident with my planting and see more or less how the tank can look when I'm done. I'm using bigger plants like echinodorus, taller types of crypts, and few stem plants to help fighting off algae. And to finish off this build, I will use this. I don't know if you watch my videos regularly, but a few months ago I showed you how I was propagating Hygrophila pinnatafida, and I want to use it in the tank. I think it's a great opportunity to test those plants, meaning how do they do in underwater environment. I'm really curious how it will turn out. But enough talking, let's do some planting. I started from the right side of the tank, where I placed few crypts, the taller versions. My plan is that those plants should hide this ugly piece of equipment. It is a filter inflow, which doesn't look great, let's be honest, but I'm hoping that it will not be visible long term. At the front, I am placing also few types of crypts, but smaller versions. In the future, they should become much brighter, giving this tank a little bit more variety. Besides, I need to hide partially this wood piece, because right now it looks kind of artificial without anything in the front. Behind that wood piece, I will put some stem plants. Those should be very fast growing and should help me fight off algae, just like I said. And I'm planning this area to be very densely planted. I'm kind of hoping that some of the fish I will keep in here will breed into this tank, and maybe that area could be a hiding spot for little fry. I love this kind of a natural way of breeding fish inside the main tanks. It's such a rewarding process. But this is a long shot, so let's see how it works. Finally, on the left side of this tank, I will put echinodoros. I have 3 different plants of 2 different types. I just love echinodoros and I think it fits perfectly in this kind of build. Plus, in the past, I was breeding a lot of angelfish exactly on those plants. And again, it's a beautiful thing to observe. So fingers crossed it works this time. Finally, some epiphytes. This wood piece looks a little bit artificial, so I want to break it into few areas with some anubias. And it immediately looks much better. Okay, this is the main part of the planting, and you know what? It already looks very nice. The only thing that I don't like is this pipe. Oh my god, it's so ugly. I'm really counting on those plants to grow tall. The only problem is that the tallest plants and the fastest growing plants are on the left. On the right side, when this pipe actually is, I placed crypts, which are not that fast growing. I'm realizing this just now. That might have been a mistake on my side, but let's just see. But overall, it looks really nice. But we are not done yet. Remember what I promised? Yes, Hygrophila pinnatifida. Plants that I propagated myself. I will place them on top of this wood. It's kind of a risky move, but I think that with a lot of light will help them with the transition and might minimize melting. Am I right? I don't know, but let's check. But now everything is finally inside, so let's fill it with water and see how it looks. Oh yes, it looks really nice. Yes, I know it's kind of empty looking, but remember, it's 1 day old. None of the plants started to grow, not yet. But I think it has a lot of potential. It might become very wild and dense, which was kind of my point. And it should be great for the fish I'm planning to put in here. So, for me it's few weeks of work and waiting. For you, it's just few seconds and some black screen with random writing on it. And there we are, 10 weeks later. Why 10 weeks? Well, because I forgot to make a video about that tank. Yes, really. But anyway, I think the tank looks just great. Look at those plants. They are so big, so wild. The entire tank is very mature now. It has this jungly vibe all over. It stays clean. It's really low maintenance. There is almost nothing that went wrong. Why do I say almost? Well, I'm not exactly super happy about the right side of it. And honestly, it's on me. Those crypts right there, they are all fine, but they are growing quite slowly and I thought they will be taller. So this side, it's kind of empty. I think it will still grow in a little bit more, but I really want to hide this filtration. But you know what? Maybe I'm too negative. I still like it. I think it looks fantastic and the fish, they feel great in here. I already saw angelfish laying eggs 2 times, which is really fast. I saw cories breeding in this jungle and even those acaras, which are great by the way. They are showing some breeding behaviors, so I'm really happy about it. Plus, check my hygrophila. It looks amazing. It's very different, but it's doing great. It grows a little bit more on the back of this wood, but that's okay, because now I have a proof that propagating those plants immersed really works and they will not melt away once put in the tank. What a great result this is. And check this out. You know what this fish is doing? He's cleaning dead leaf to lay eggs on it. This is exactly what I wanted to happen on top of this Echinodorus. What a great tank! Let me know what you think of it. Leave a like if you like it. But for now, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.